Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to more Zero Hour. Welcome back to another Pro 1v1 match. Today we are over on Snowy Drought. And up in the north, we have the orange player with the GLA Stealth, which is big size. All the way down in the south, we have the blue GLA Toxin for Fargo. So we have seen this map and a GLA mirror played between these two players countless times before. I just quickly checked that I haven't actually watched this replay before, and I haven't. But yeah, we have seen, like, there was a 1 hour match actually on this map, wasn't there? At one point, I think there was a 1 hour match, and it was similar to this. It was like Tox GLA or something like that. So yeah, the strengths of the GLA Tox are that you've got the same price technicals as the stealth. Your tunnels are stronger than the stealth. You've got tanks, whereas the stealth does not. You're pretty much going to be controlling probably the early to mid game, and the stealth ideally wants to drag it into the late game because you do have none of those tanks. You've got hijackers that try and slow the Tox down and stuff like that. But yeah, mid game there's going to be a load of scorpions with scorpion rockets, and they're going to be pushing your base, and you're going to want to basically drag it into a late game until you get the buggies out, and then the tide of the battle will heavily turn. SiZe going for a very quick oil cap, and I really like the positioning of that tunnel, because not only are you protecting that oil, but you're also stopping a potential tech RPG with a rebel being dropped off inside of that. He can make a toxin tractor nice and early, which sometimes he likes to do, and then get inside of that building. So Fargo's actually opted for 3 supplies, kills a load of SiZe's workers there. That's a very big blow to lose all of them workers up in the top left. Technical here for SiZe is tech RPG, going to take out one of the technicals there. Fargo takes out his terrorist there as well, but he's not actually harassed any of the workers. And another technical here for Fargo does chase this one away, but not before SiZe turns around. He's actually got the repair bay as well, interestingly. It means his technical is actually self-repairing already. Interesting to go for that from the very beginning of the game. Very nice there from SiZe. SiZe finally realizes what's going on in the top left and sends a technical to counter the Fargo technical. So that will go down. SiZe is winning that engagement. Not only does he have the junk repair, but he started firing there sooner as well. SiZe creeping forward with another tunnel. Because if you go for 3 supplies here, typically you leave a big gap here where you're going to have no tunnels, no defense. But as long as you're protecting your workers, you're securing the main things, then you can push here and secure this later on. But SiZe is taking advantage of that as a gap here, and SiZe, as you know, likes to do SiZe workers. This is not even a SiZe worker yet, but when it gets all the way down here and built inside the side of Fargo's base, then it will be what we consider a SiZe worker, where he just literally builds in front of your face. And he's getting ever so close there. Fargo does have a rebel out, so I'm pretty sure he knows about this. Fargo going to push on this left-hand side, though. And SiZe once again taking control. Oh, he's actually cancelled his rebel. Fargo does deny this left side, but SiZe importantly saves both of his technicals, but did lose some RPGs. SiZe continues the creep forward. I think that was a toxin tractor. I might have missed seeing that. Oh, it is a toxin tractor. He's going to send it over here to do some harassment on these workers, but if there's even a couple of units out for Fargo, he should be able to deal with this. Yeah, that Tox tunnel can't do anything to this. What is SiZe going to do here? Fargo not seeing this at all, but Fargo's actually pushing here instead. Toxin Tractor's going to deploy his Toxin Contaminate. SiZe does finish this supply. I think that's a bit of a mistake because it's about to go down. I probably should have cancelled that. Fargo up in the top right does do this inevitable push on this tunnel, but actually the Toxin Tractor is a little bit busy at the moment. SiZe building another one, but it might be a little bit too late. By the time he gets over there, is that worker going to have finished this tunnel? It's going to be close. SiZe trying to put in some defense here. A lot of RPGs versus a lot of RPGs. I think Fargo will eventually clear this up. He's got a lot more RPGs, and he's got some ground units there as well, the quad and the technical vehicles. SiZe goes in to try and stop this, but he went the wrong way, actually. If it had gone a little bit right there, he would have been able to stop that, and that's a huge blow to SiZe now, because he's probably going to lose both of these now, let's face it. Any Toxin Tractor that comes now, he can just pop a few units out, take out that Toxin Tractor before it gets close to the nuclear bunker thing. SiZe has started his palace 15%, but yeah, really needs to think about his top right position. Fargo controls this and is looking like he's poised to take that top right position as well, but Fargo actually getting his oil now at the same time as SiZe's. SiZe pops 1 unit. To try and counter this. Does stop it. Fargo now pops the remainder of his units. And he's probably just going to brute force kill all of this stuff now. He's going to kill the refinery and maybe try and take the oil for himself still. But all this time though, SiZe is still getting money from that oil. SiZe loses his refinery, but Fargo's not on his refinery yet. And this is a proper SiZe line of tunnels. Just crept forward all the way down the middle of Fargo's base. Fargo will now be notified. This barracks is going to go down. It might keep Fargo busy enough though, so if SiZe can reclaim this area, maybe that's what he's thinking. Or is he just going to continue to push here? Fargo now capturing his refinery. RPG is going to chase away that Scorpion. Scorpion does go down. The worker gets picked off. SiZe still not on the third. Palace is nearly there. Have to say this is nice play from both players. Fargo really putting on the aggression and taking majority of the supplies and oils. Whereas SiZe doing some counter aggression to try and distract. Considering he's in a bad situation. He needs to do something. Pops there, kills the super tech. Fargo needs to engage his RPGs first. Needs to clear those so his tanks don't die to the RPGs. But because they fire toxin shells, they're so good at clearing infantry and buildings and tanks. The Scorpion tanks are very, very powerful indeed. Fargo now on 3 supplies and 2 oils. SiZe only on 2 supplies. So the longer the game goes now, Fargo's economy is going to skyrocket. He's on a 38% palace, but SiZe's palace a little bit quicker and now getting the buggies out. Yeah, I just think even though SiZe is faster with the tech and probably going to be doing some nice damage with the buggies now, and even though he has this, I just wonder if the economy is even remotely good enough there for Fargo. Sorry, for SiZe. 2 supplies against a person with 50% more supplies than you, plus he has 2 oils and a refinery. So Fargo can afford to waste a ton of stuff here. He's ahead in XP as well. SiZe only collected on 3 workers. John and Kel snipes the Scorpion. Fargo's trying to force fire and try and find him. Worker does go down, but the Scorpion tank also goes down. Fargo push on the left with the worker has gone down. And Palace being... Sorry, Black Market being built. CC being built. Palace is already established for Fargo. SiZe with a bit of a pop there, but is that the right thing to do against this? It's going to take out maybe 1 tank, then maybe needs to go back. He's getting the auto repair there, remember, so maybe he's able to win that engagement with the tunnel and the quad. Yeah, it does win the engagement. John and Kel back in action. Needs to snipe some more and slow Fargo down. Fargo's expanding now to a 4th. Bunch of buggies here now for SiZe. Don't think he's really used them before. He's been like kind of saving him for a surprise attack, so hopefully he can kill a lot of tanks now for himself. He does need to think about getting that oil back, or at least killing it or something. But Fargo's expanded here and now on 4 supplies. It's a rare sight to see actually Fargo not patient enough with his Jarman. Usually he will sit there waiting for a good 15 minutes until you reveal your Jarman, then he'll kill yours. Yeah, Fargo actually shot first there and paid the price. And SiZe looking like he's pushing Fargo back, actually. Fargo has made a battle bus, got a couple of buggies himself. This supply does need to be sold. SiZe needs to establish his supply as fast as possible. Shaman Kel putting more work in there. Ooh, Rebel Ambush kills a lot of buggies there. Only 2 survive. Supply finally going up now for SiZe, but there's a battle bus here. Shaman Kel still in play. Did snipe the bus and weaken it a bit, but it's loaded up with rebels now. Shaman Kel for Fargo also now back in play. Shaman Kel is used. Get some veterancy, but is Fargo going to find it? He could scan. SiZe is moving the Shaman to the right. Could go inside of that building now, actually. Shaman gets sniped, and Fargo is now leading the Shaman away. Fargo now building a Scud Storm. I just like SiZe is going to be in such an uphill battle from here. It's building a CC. Both players are level 3 now. That's one thing going for SiZe, but Fargo's just been on more economy throughout the whole game so far. And this Rebel Ambush did kill a lot of his units. SiZe does have the bounty money though. Fargo's actually floating more than SiZe by like nearly 3 times, which is crazy. SiZe now got some quads with his buggies, but they're being sent to the front and they're just pretty much going down. But he is killing some of Fargo's stuff here. And Fargo trying to build a supply here again. It looks like he's building, but actually he's repairing that tunnel. He's actually not building the 17% supply. SiZe now coming around this kind of flank, but it's more a mid position. Takes out that tunnel there for Fargo. Scud Storm now up for Fargo. SiZe is still trying to collect on this supply, but has not had much luck. Another Scud Storm, another market there for Fargo. Looking like a really good performance, solid performance, as it should be with Tox against Stealth. This is exactly the way it should be going. Making use of the clearance of those buildings with the rebels, taking more economy and keeping on the pressure. It's exactly textbook play for the GLA Tox here. Fargo making it work very, very nicely. And as I say that, SiZe throws in the towel. GG, well played, yeah. Was SiZe ahead at any point during that game? I mean, he got his oil quick, but he also lost like 5 workers over on that left side just due to 1 technical there for Fargo, so SiZe probably shouldn't have skipped that. There's a few build orders you can do on that map. You can do a 3 supply build order with lots of tunnels and 1 arms dealer, or you can do 3 supplies and 2 arms dealers technical spam and try and control the game that way. That probably would have worked better there than what SiZe did against Fargo, because Fargo went for 3 supplies himself. You could get loads of technicals out and keep harassing that 3rd there for Fargo. But SiZe gave it a nice try. He did get up to Palace. He did get the buggies rolling, kind of, but then Fargo was already too strong by that point. As Stealth, you can also try and do a TNT, slow the Tox down, and then try and go into a late game from there once you've slowed him down. Or you can just go for some all-out aggression. SiZe tried a bit of aggression with his aggressive SiZe tunnels, but Fargo just cleared it up in the end with about 4 Scorpions. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you'd have done differently this game. What could SiZe have done better? GG, well played. Congratulations to Fargo, and see you in the next one.